You know, when you talk about the show Victorious, right? Um, I always thought that Victoria Justice got a raw deal on that show. It was made after her and named after her and based around her for a reason, right? And I always thought that she was, in its totality, the most talented um, female on the show. Now that it's years later and I had time to look at them outside of Victorious, I might say it's Liz Gillies now, but they're real close. Ariana Grande, because she's the most successful and because she is an incredible vocalist, people would always say, oh, she's the most talented. That is not true. She is not as good a dancer as Victoria nor Liz. She doesn't play instruments. Um, Victoria plays the piano or the keyboard. I believe she also plays the guitar. Liz plays the piano. Um, Also, Victoria is a great dancer as well. So I might give her the nod slightly over Liz Gillies. When it comes to acting, like Ariana Grande, she's okay, right? She's okay. She plays a good Cat Valentine. She plays a good dingy girl, or what have you. So, and then of course in Wicked, so she's a pretty good actress. But Victoria Justice, to me, she's funny. She can be dramatic. She had the look. Um, Now, as I watched Liz Gillies act in Dynasty, Liz Gillies is also very funny and dramatic. So Liz Gillies might be, from me seeing them, she might be slightly the better actress than Victoria. But like I said, it's very close. Um, it's obvious that Leon Thomas turned out to be the most talented person on the show, right? Um, Beck, to me, Beck was just like the good looking guy on the show. He didn't really impress me vocal wise. He didn't really impress me dance wise. His character was, okay. I really hated the way he was emasculated by Jade, right? Um, he was very emasculated by Jade, so I wasn't really into his character because of that. Robbie is definitely my least favorite. I thought the whole the mannequin thing got pretty tired after a few episodes. And it's like this kid's a high school kid. He's obviously, kind of smart. You know what I mean? But and it's like, oh yeah, this Rex is like he's a human, right? But when you thought about it, all of the things that he did to get them, and like every time it looks like they're out of a situation, he does something. You know what I mean? So I wasn't. He was probably my least favorite. Beck my second least favorite. Even Trina, I even like Trina better than Beck. I mean, to play someone, to play someone like the character that Trina played, can't sing, can't dance, like has no talent. To play someone with no talent on a musical TV show, you have to be pretty talented. You got to be pretty talented, and I think the character that played Trina, I loved when it comes to dressing. Like she was the best dresser to me. The her what do they call what the kids call it, drip. Her drip was insane. The shoes, the jeans, like she was very stylish. So shout out to her when it comes to that. Um, my favorite character of all of them was probably Victoria Justice. I just would want her to be a little bit more defensive when it came to Jade. Um, Liz Gillies is incredibly talented. She is probably my favorite actress out of everybody. Of course, Ariana Grande is the best vocalist, and Leon Thomas is, to me, the most talented person on the show. But the Victorious cast, I think, was a very good cast. We're going to be getting into, we're going to be, reviewing certain shows, reviewing certain episodes, reacting to certain episodes. Um, reacting to, different things about the show Victorious. We're going to get into here on, reacting recaps. So y'all stay tuned, man. We're going to allow people to tell us what they want to see here on Reaction Recap. So that's my take on the Victorious cast. We'll be doing more on them because, it's a very interesting show. Like, shout out to my daughter. She's the one, she started watching it after the show was off. My daughter's only 11. She started watching the show when she was like 5 years old. She loved the show. And I, all that time had never even heard of the show until, my daughter started watching it. So, very talented cast. Victoria Justice, to me, doesn't get the credit she deserves. I think I think they based that show on her for a reason. So that's all I got on that. But y'all let me know down in the comments if you agree with me. Who's your favorite character on Victorious and why? And let me know if you agree with my takes on the ladies. All right? Peace.